live to the Kenny Report.
I am so excited about tonight. I've got an empty house because of lockdowns and closed state borders, and I'm going to sit down and fill in the census. Let's catch up on how all that is going. I'm joined by the Assistant Treasurer in Canberra, Michael Sukkar. Good to talk to you again, Michael. First thing about this census is last time there was all sorts of IT problems and cyber attacks. Are we all clear and safe this year?
Well, look, touch wood, Chris, we've had a really successful start to the census. We've, at last count, had 4 million surveys, I should say, returned, which covers about 10.5 million Australians. So we're about 40% of the way through. Obviously, a lot of Australians in the tradition of a census night will log on tonight or fill out their forms tonight. But touch wood, we've avoided any issues, but we won't call mission accomplished until it's all said and done. We've invested a lot in the digital capability this year, not only to make the census more intuitive and more user-friendly, but also to ensure that from a security perspective, it's secure, not only the data secure, end-to-end encryption, but that the system itself is. We worked with the Australian Cyber Security Centre, ASD, the Department of Defence. We've invested a whole lot into it, but I'll be heading over shortly to the ABS and we'll be keeping a very close eye on it all night.
There are many questions that are new, and when it comes to gender options, are there additional options there that haven't been available before?
So the two new questions this time around, Chris, two really important questions. One asks about long-term chronic health issues, which clearly informs a whole lot of planning in relation to health. And consistent with the Morrison government's work that we've done with veterans, we're asking for the first time a question about ADF service to get a really better picture of where our former service personnel are around Australia. And in relation to gender, we have obviously a male and a female option. And for those who are not comfortable with either of those, they can choose a non-binary box.
Fair enough. Now, we've talked a bit on this program about the campaign on religion. People will have their own choice. People, of course, don't need to listen to anybody else's advice as to how to fill in their census. But are you worried by that campaigning, or is that legitimate, I suppose?
Well, look, there is a very fine line. I am concerned about it because we want Australians to answer the census honestly, and they shouldn't be interfered with in relation to those things. Do I think it's a problem? Probably not, Chris. I think in reading The Australian the other day, clearly these are sort of fringe groups, very strange groups. I mean, one of them was praising Satanism, for example. So I think they're probably, a polite way to describe them is as fringe dwellers. So I doubt many Australians will listen to them and their campaign.
Indeed, talk about dealing with the devil. Thanks for joining us, Michael. I appreciate it.
Good on you, Chris.
Michael Sukkar there, a big night for him with a census night tonight. Now let's get back to